This Geneca air pump seems to be a very common unit sold on eBay. It's just a little cheap air pump. Comes with a bit of tubing, not this particular bit of tubing, I've lost a bit of tubing it came with, but to be honest, this bit's nicer because the other bit was a bit more crumpled, although it was silicone, it had just been crushed into the box with the pump for a wee bit too long. Comes with the 2-pin connector, though it is rated for 220 to 240 volts, 50 Hz, power 1.5 watts, 1.6 litres of air a minute. The box, as most of these things say, even the good quality ones, says super quiet and stable. I disagree with the super quiet and stably type thing because these things tend to vibrate a lot. So here's the power meter. I'll put in this dodgy adapter, I'll plug in the lead plug. And it immediately starts doing its little vibratory dance because they always do, they always vibrate, it's just the nature of them. It says it's drawing 1.7 watts. When I stall output, it goes down slightly. I've noticed that with other pumps, it seems to almost attenuate the magnetic field a bit. Okay, so let's open it and see what it's like inside. 2 screws, screwdriver. It's got the little rubber feet to try and help keep it in position. Sometimes you're better just dangling these just to isolate them from creating too much vibratory noise. Base comes off. It's a very typical arrangement. It's got the electromagnet here. Oh, I noticed that the cable, there's no strain relief as such, it's just pressed in. It's not even pressed as such. Is it? No, it's just a... I suppose really it might nip the cable there, it might actually grip it there. But it just presses it against one of the terminals, which is the neutral in this instance. No great deal, actually it doesn't matter because it's like non-polarised plug in this one. There's the little bellows. Let's see how much movement there is on the side, let's plug it in while it's open. There's quite a wide sweep in there. So let's see what else comes out. The whole diaphragm bit comes out. That seems to be held in by one screw, very simple construction. There's an oddity. The magnet has what looks like a ground edge in it. Actually, looking at that now, it looks like something's being resined onto the edge of the magnet and then buffed down. I'm not sure what that's for. Is it maybe to extend its stroke? Make it just go that little bit wider? I'm not 100% sure. Is that just glue or is it? That's very hard to tell. Odd. I'll just show you that. It's just got that little shim of material just stuck to the edge of the magnet. It's very strange. So the magnet goes backwards and forwards because the electromagnet's changing polarity. This goes backwards and forwards and that gives it pumping action. These usually just pull off. This is no different. And it's a pretty typical construction. It's got little one-way valves that are pretty much just a tiny little flap of rubber, thin rubber sheet covering a hole with a little wedge to hold them in, so that when the air's flowing this way it draws the sheet back, but when it's going that way it blocks it. And likewise there's another one clearly under here. Screwdriver. Is that glued in or is it just pressed in? It certainly doesn't seem to want to come out. I think that's just pressed in though. It'll probably never work again. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's exactly the same arrangement. It's the little flap with a wedge, again, exactly like the other side. I'm guessing the reason for this might be to actually divert the airflow sideways. And this rubber plug is just so they can put that flap in, but then once this is blocked, of course actually it's diverting it out that pipe here. So that's what this is for, it's just so they can get access to it, but then when that's pressed in, it blocks it and all the air pressure comes out here instead. Likewise, the air inlet comes through this channel. and there's a wee hole in the back, and then there's this little flap, and that's it. So it's very, very simple. Very neat, actually. These things just are simple. I wonder who came up with the design for this. It just seems like it to be very standard. And then that just slots in. Will it work? Let's plug it in and see. Yep. So yeah, neat enough. They work. I suppose that is acting as a strain relief, the fact the case closes down on that wire. Not 100% sure about that. But it didn't seem to be loose. But yeah, it looks a decent enough little pump, and it certainly comes within its power ratings.